Welcome to the Supervisor Show, coming live from my bathroom because that's the only room in my house that has the Deadpool poster. Well, technically this isn't live, it's a recording. But anyways, that's not the point. This is my first ever official movie review for, well, Deadpool. Get this out of the way first. Deadpool was easily my most hyped up movie for 2016. I was so excited for this movie. Let's be honest, by the time this movie review comes out, you've already seen the movie maybe once, twice. Let's get to the just the story. The marketing for this movie was just insane, from making the movie to look like a romantic movie, all the way to this emoji billboard, to even giving Deadpool his own Tinder. Fox went all out in this marketing to set the tone for the movie, and to be honest, I actually think they nailed it, which made me actually worry about the actual movie, as a whole, too good to be true vibe to it. And boy, was I wrong. This movie was amazing. I was smiling about 97% of the movie. I was enjoying it so much that I actually forgot I was supposed to be taking notes for this review, which is why it's out so much later after the movie is actually out. Hey, continuity error. But anyways, Ryan Reynolds knocks it out of the park as Deadpool. He was born to play this role. Deadpool to Ryan Reynolds is just like Iron Man to Robert Downey Jr. Both actors were born to play this character in these movies, making both these characters seem like they were torn straight out of the comics. Hard to picture anyone else besides Ryan Reynolds playing Deadpool, and he actually played Deadpool once before, back in 2009, in the movie X-Men Origins Wolverine. And even though he didn't have much screen time, he made the best of what he had. But then we also saw how that turned out in the end. Ended up sewing Deadpool's mouth shut and turning him to what the internet now calls Barakapool. Joining the cast is TJ Miller as Weasel, who is Wade's friend and arm dealer. The chemistry between these two were pretty great, even though most of the jokes were seen in the trailers. But he also delivers some great humor on his own. Weasel, just like his comic book counterpart, runs Sister Margaret's School for Wayward Girls, which is where Wade and other mercenaries can pick up work and other jobs. Another great part of the movie is basically confirmed to be in the X-Men universe with the additions of Negasonic Teenage Warhead, who I liked way more than I thought I would, and the most comic accurate version of Colossus that we've seen in the movie yet. Now I'm curious how the R-rated nature of Deadpool could fit in the PG-13 X-Men universe of the other movies. Ed Skrein, I hope I said the name right, plays AJX, who surprisingly I liked a lot. He played the asshole role perfect and was a great villain in my opinion. He just had that attitude that made you want to hate him in the movie. You just want him to see him get his ass kicked by Deadpool in the end. Also, he was British, so that also helped him become more of a villain. Gina Carano is the other villain in the film, known as Angel Dust. She didn't talk much at all, but with the action scenes she was in, she was pretty brutal and she really seemed pretty intimidating in the film. Gotham's Morena Baccarin, again, I hope I pronounced that right, played Vanessa, Wade's girlfriend. As much as I liked her, she had a small part in the movie and was basically the damsel in distress, which is sad, but they were hinting she might become Copycat, who has the ability to disguise herself, and in the comics, she is a former member of the X-Force, which supposedly is in development right now. Coincidence? Probably so, but who knows. A great character who had a small part in this movie was Blind Al, Deadpool's blind old roommate. Let's just say her and Wade have an interesting relationship in the comics and also in this movie. Just the story is, Wade is diagnosed with a rare form of cancer and decides to undergo the Weapon X treatment, which is the same organization that gave Wolverine his adamantium skeleton and healing factor, even though it's not stated in this film. The treatment cures Wade's of his cancer, but at the price his face isn't figured, but he gains an incredible healing factor in the end. Then Wade decides to hunt down Ajax, get his face fixed, and his revenge. Most definitely rated R, much to the fans' delight. And when they say it's R-rated, they really push it. With all the blood, swearing, and all the grown-up jokes that are in this movie, this is most definitely not a movie to take little Timmy or Susie to go see. I even recall seeing signs all around the theater when I went to go see it, telling parents do not take your kids to see this movie. And even then, I still saw a 6-year-old girl in the audience, and a whole group of kids sitting in the same row as me. Humor delivers pretty well in this movie, especially with Deadpool's signature breaking the fourth wall humor. The action delivers home as well, with some great fights. Just wish there's a little more action scenes in this movie. If I had to complain about something, I feel like this movie spent a little too much time on the origin story, but that's just a minor complaint for me, and not a big deal since Deadpool's origin story isn't as well known as someone as like Spider-Man or Batman. Oh, Deadpool was an amazing movie. It was a great redemption for both Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool in the superhero movie genre. And also this movie was a great refreshing change for the genre as well. I say this movie is definitely worth a watch, at least once. So I give this movie my rating of 5 chimichangas out of 5. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see y'all when I see y'all.